A very good morning to you. Welcome to SA Decides, our morning edition. I'm Audrey Chimwanda. Here's a look at what is in store for you on the show today. After a day of full protests yesterday from Grabo in the Western Cape to Duchwa in the Eastern Cape and Kanana in Limpopo province, today SA Decides reports from areas that have managed to reach a resolution. We also visit a municipality in KwaZulu-Natal where the residents are actually quite happy with their councillors. And joining us from the Eastern Cape will be our team with the story of a woman who single-handedly is making a difference in her community. And let me introduce to you some of our reporters. We will have Judith in the newsroom. We also have Nolutando, who will be reporting from KwaZulu-Natal. And on my far right, that's Nomusa, who will be reporting from Duchwa in the Eastern Cape. Let's take a look at our headlines this morning. Sebokeng returns to normalcy after meeting between protesters and the government officials. As jobs become scarce, crime gets rampant in Grefostad in the Northern Cape. And a woman in the Eastern Cape does her bit to make life easier for the jobless in Duchwa. Our top story, service delivery protests in the Boyketlong community in Sebokeng in Gauteng's Val have subsided after meetings were held with the government officials and the residents were demanding housing, electricity and water. Our SA Decides team was in the area.
Residents of Boyketlong community in the Val say their demands for proper housing and services were ignored for most of the 22 years since democracy. After protest action, they are finally being heard.
We've been complaining about service delivery issues for the past 22 years now, up until we started the struggle to make sure that the government delivered to the community of Boyketlong. We've had so many leadership that have been trying to push this matter up to this far, but all of them, they failed, not just because maybe they were not competent or they were not strong in delivering, but this issue of Boyketlong, it has many challenges in terms of this service delivery issue.
In 22 years,
I have been living in a shack for 22 years, but since I heard that the government will be building us houses, we are patiently waiting on that now. The local government in the area have announced a special project that is expected to be inclusive of previously marginalized communities.
Boyketlong Mega Project is one of the major projects that the Premier, David Makura, Premier of Gauteng, has identified in Gauteng in various regions. For us here in Mfuleni, Boyketlong will be a 12,000 housing project. So the whole project is going to take a little bit of time because it's a huge amount of money that is invested in that project, because it's 1 billion rands that is going to be used to have that project realized.
For now, residents are satisfied with the promises of houses and improved services and are hopeful their lives will improve.
We do feel that government will deliver the promises. Remember, we've made sure as the leadership of the community that we've pushed as hard as we can, because obviously we knew that the project was there, but it has many challenges.
I will vote this year because I can see that there's hope, but before this project was launched, I was not planning on voting.
Taps are running dry in the informal settlement of Boyketlong. But these are just some of the social issues that community members have had for over 20 years. Residents are now hopeful following the launch of the Boyketlong Mega Project. Many are looking forward to moving from their shacks into RDP houses. Judith Diaganyo for SA Decides, Boyketlong.
And Judith is in the newsroom. She's on standby to tell us more about that story. But just a reminder for all the other reporters that will be joining us this morning, we have Judith who's in the newsroom. We also have Nolutando there from KwaZulu-Natal and Nomusa all the way from Duchwa in the Eastern Cape. They will be coming to us with all the latest stories coming from those areas. We now go back to Judith, who's in the newsroom. Very good morning to you, Judith. The residents of Boyketlong in Sebokeng met with the mayor, I understand, as well as the Minister of Human Settlement last week. Tell us, what was discussed in the meeting?
A very good morning to you, Audrey. Yes, the community members of Boiketlong in Sebokeng are now very hopeful following the meeting that was held on the 5th. What was discussed at that meeting is that 1 billion rands will be put aside where housing projects will be underway. There will be RDP houses put aside. There will also be FLISP houses put aside and also rental housing projects.
When is this housing project likely to get underway?
Well, what happened is after the meeting that took place on the 5th, the project was launched the following day on the 6th. And I must say that it is very, very successful because what is happening, Audrey, is that the project has actually started. We went to one of the sites where trenches are already being dug, where roads are going to be built in that area. So the project is currently underway and was launched on the 6th of May.
And what's to happen after the completion of this project? How will the process of handing over these houses work?
What will happen, Audrey, is that people that are unemployed and those that don't qualify for bond houses, they will apply for RDP houses. There will be a registration process for RDP houses. Then we'll also have a process of FLISP subsidized houses. Then there will also be a registration process for those type of housings. And then for people that are not South African nationals and those that don't qualify for RDPs, there will be an option of rentals.
Well, thank you very much for that report, Judith, coming to us from the newsroom, just giving us an update of this housing project that will be starting in this community. Well, this morning, our KwaZulu-Natal SA Decides team is in the resort town of Underberg, a popular destination for holidaymakers with the Drakensberg Mountains range the main attraction. Underberg is considered as one of the best run in the province, and we find out why in a moment. Well, joining us live now from KwaZulu-Natal is our SA Decides reporter, Noluthando Nkosi. Very good morning to you, Noluthando. Tell us, what makes Kwasan municipality in Underberg the ideal municipality in KwaZulu-Natal? We'll come back to Noluthando as soon as we get a hold of her. For now, we cross over to Nomusa, who is in the Eastern Cape, where there's a local businesswoman who's in the Eastern Cape town of Dutwa, who's doing her bit to give back to the less fortunate. On a daily basis, she provides food to scores of unemployed men who come to the town looking for work. Nomusa, very good morning to you. Tell us about this angel of a woman who's helping out the needy.
Thank you so much, Audrey. Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers at home. Today we met with Ms. Tembega Mchapi, who is one of the business people here in the area. She gives the community of Dutwa, through different projects, a life to live, a life to know that this is the kind of life we deserve as the community of Dutwa. This morning she was giving soup and bread with juice to different men that are there in town looking for peace job. But Audrey, I'm not going to mention a lot of things because she's right here with me. She's going to tell us more as well about the projects that she's involved in. We understand that she's involved in a project where they are going to resuscitate a crash, the one that we are at right now. She's also involved in training elderly people on how to live healthy. Ms. Tembega Mchapi, can you kindly explain to the viewers at home what is your role as a business person regarding to giving back to the community of Dutwa? What is it that you are doing for them?
Ncedisana nabantu ngokubanzi ngokwemeko neemfuno zabo. Ndibone ngenye imini ngomane ndidlula kukho abantu abahleliyo ndibuza uba nihlalela ntoni apha yonke imihla ndimane ndinibona apha yintoni le nihlalela apha. Bachaza uba bafuna imisebenzi, abafumani imisebenzi, bayafola phaya balindele lo mntu unothi afike amthathe ayomenzela noba yigadi yakhe, ayomkorobhela noba uyamkorobhela, ayomhlambela noba yiwashingi, afumane loo senta naye ayifumanayo ukuze akwazi uba ufumana into yokutya. kuba kunzima kwa uba bathenge ukutya bathengele iintsapho zabo. Abanye basebancinci kakhulu abakwazi ufumana imisebenzi, kunzima noba mabazithengele kwa impahla zokunxiba. Ndathi xa ndijongile olu sizi ndathi noko kuba kaloku basuka kwiilali ezikude bafike bediniwe belambile, uzawuthi efumana nalo msebenzi awufumana umsebenzi elambile. Eminye imisebenzi bayifumana ngaphandle kwedolophu apho kungekho kutya, bengazuthengelwa kutya, bangazukwenzelwa kutya. Uba ebemke engatyanga kusasa ekhaya uyawuphinda goduke engatyanga imini yonke ulambile. Ndathi hayi noko mandibe nento endibenzela yona. Ndibenzela isuphu, ndibaphe isonka, ndibaphe nejuice.
That was Ms. Tembeka Nchapi Audrey explaining to us that she gives them food because she understands that in the mornings they come from very far and they don't have the energy to work. In order for them to work productively, she decided that she must give them food. But as well, Audrey, I mentioned that the lady is involved in resuscitating a crash. I have a lady with me who benefited during the process of filling the bottles with sand. Those bottles are going to be used to build the crash. But she's here with me, who is Miss Nolita Mongezi. She's going to explain what exactly happened and how she benefited. Miss Nolita, cela usixelele ngabe usizakale njani ngale project yokwenza ibhotile zokwakha icrash?
Okokuqala sisesasizakala ngenxa yokuba sidinga imisebenzi. Ngokufika kwale project iyasinceda kakhulu. Noxa kwaungemandanga into eyenzekile before. Ufika kwale project yasinceda safila ezibhotileni sibona izinyana zabo phambi kwam sakwatsho kwaqhuma emakhaya.
Thank you so much, Miss Nolita. Nolita was just explaining, Audrey, that they just filled in the bottles and they got money according to the number of bottles that they filled. And that also assisted them to get money to buy food at home and put bread on the table. Back to you, Audrey.
Such noble work. Thank you so much for that update there. That's our reporter Nomusa coming to us from the Eastern Cape. We go back to KwaZulu-Natal now, where this morning our SA Decides team is in the resort town of Underberg, a popular destination for holidaymakers with the Drakensberg mountain range, the main attraction there. And Underberg is considered one of the best run in the province. We found out why in a moment. And joining us live now from KwaZulu-Natal is our reporter Nolutando. Very good morning to you, Nolutando. I hope you can hear me now. Tell us what makes this municipality in Underberg the ideal municipality in KwaZulu-Natal.
Good morning, Audrey. Thank you very much for that question. Good morning, viewers. Yes, the Underberg municipality, under Kwasani municipality, has actually seemed to be one of the best run municipalities in the province in terms of the fact that they have actually received 8 unqualified audits in the past 8 consecutive years. They also have extremely low crime rates with no reported hijackings or stolen cars in the last 2 years, as well as infrastructure. In terms of infrastructure, not just CBD has all the infrastructure needed, but the rural areas as well. With me today, Audrey, I have 2 guests. I have an official from the mayor's office as well as a ward councillor. I'm going to talk to the official now. His name is Bongosi Nchiza. Sir, thank you for being with us today. Tell me, how has the mayor's office worked in conjunction with the wards as well as other departments in the province to make sure that the municipality is run as smoothly as it is run?
Thank you very much. Greetings to you and the viewers at home. Sifisa nje ukuthatha leli thuba sikuveza ukuthi umasipala waKwasani umasipala wona ongemkhulu kakhulu kwiprovince, kodwa okumasipala okwazi ukuthi ulethe uguquko noshintsho empilweni zabantu ngenxa yokubambisana nokusebenzisana esikubonayo kubantu nomkhandlu wonkana. Isifundazwe ke saKwaZulu Natal saqala uhlelo olwaqalwa owayengundunankulu waKwaZulu Natal uDokotela uZwele Mkhize olwaluhlose ukuthi lushintshe impilo zabantu kusebenzisana eminyango nemphakathi olubizwa ngokuthi Operation Sukuma Sakhe. Ilona ke uhlelo lolo silisebenzisayo ukufuqa intuthuko nokuletha ushintsho lapho sihlanganisa khona imiphakathi emazingeni amawadi. Siphinde sihlanganisa iminyango yonke kahulumeni kwizinga lewadi, sihlanganisa abaholi, kukhulunywa ngazo zonke into ezithinta umphakathi ukwenzela ukuthi kube khona ukubumbana ekubonisaneni ukuthi iziphi izinto ekufuna sizelezele umphakathi. Siye sibe ke sesilithatha lolu hlelo solinyuse silethe ezingeni likamasipala sihlangane nama managers wonke ama department, amakhosi, abaholi bomphakathi, abamakomiti omphakathi, sixoxisane sibheke ukuthi singayithuthukisa kanjani indawo yethu siyifuqe intuthuko siqhubekisele phambili.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Njiza. Just in short, Audrey, I'm not too sure whether you can still hear me. Just in short, Mr. Njiza was saying that the Kwasani municipality is a rather small municipality, hence it is not too difficult to keep things under control. He did, however, mention that he applauds the working together of not only the local municipality, but the district municipality, which is the Harigwala district, as well as government departments. He also says the local municipality works hand in hand with the local chiefs in the areas, and he says under the leadership of Dr. Zweli Mkhize, a program was started by the provincial government in the province, hence making it easier to actually meet deliverables in the country. Now I'm going to cross over to the ward councillor here in Ntantleni, Mr. Sihle Mkwambi. Thank you very much for joining us today, sir. Just tell me, how does the community find it easy? How does the community find it working with you? Are you easily accessible and those sort of things?
Ngibonga kakhulu ngiyibingelele bese ngisho nje kugcwale umlomo ukuthi cha njengomuntu ohlala la khona kule ndawo sisebenzisana kakhulu nomphakathi sibambisene ubudlelwano bethu buhle kakhulu since umuntu aqala nje ukusebenza sikaze sibe nama protest siyaqhubeka nje siqhubeka intuthuko kubantu siyabathuthukisa siyashintsha impilo zabo nje usuku nosuku njalo ngezinyanga siyahlangana sibiza umphakathi sizobiyela ukuthi ngabe senzani ngabe inhlelo esinazo njengomasipala bese kuthi njalo kodwa sihlangana nama red payers nama business sectors sibabikela nawo ukuthi ngabe kuqhubekani kumkhandlini wethu okuncanyana kwaKasani oqhubeka kahle kakhulu njengoba ukhona la kwi-province yethu KwaZulu-Natal. Ngiyabonga kakhulu sithi.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Mwambi. Audrey, as you've heard there, I'm not too sure whether you can hear me. I can't hear you, but I'm trusting you do hear me. Mr. Mwambi, who's the councillor here in the Ntantleni area, says every single month they have a ratepayers meeting. They also meet with the community.
Well, thank you for that report, Nolutando. I could hear every word that you said. Amazing, the best-run municipality in KwaZulu-Natal. Well, apparently, we will see if there's any data to actually substantiate that and any residents in the area to also substantiate it. Well, our SA Decides Northern Cape team is at the Mary Moffat Museum in Griquastad, where the rich cultural heritage of the Griqua people is documented. The building itself is it's as old as the town, and it was built in 1828. Our reporter Giovanni Machane is live coming to us from Griquastad. Very good morning to you, Giovanni. Tell us about this this place that is said to be a very historic kind of place.
Good morning to you, Audrey, and the viewers at home. Here we stand at the Mary Moffat Museum. We understand that Griquastad was established in 1812 and still stands now as a heritage site. With me, I have the 6th generational king of the Griqua people, Mr. J.J. Waterboer. Meneer, just explain to us the Mary Moffat Museum.
Goeiemorgen. Griquastad. Die Mary Moffat Museum is in Griquastad geleë en dis waar Mary Moffat se oorsprong van het en hulle het getrek van Griquastad na Kuruman.
And just explain to us why it's important to preserve such history.
Ek as die direkte afstammeling van Andries Waterboer die eerste, Nicholas Waterboer die eerste en Nicholas Waterboer die tweede. En Andries Waterboer was erken in 1843 as kroonprins in Griqualand Wes. Dis hoekom dit vir my so belangrik is om die opvolger te word van die leier van die Griquas in Griqualand Wes en as koning. My volk erken my as die koning van die Griquas in Griqualand Wes.
The king explains that it is important to preserve the history of the Griqua people and that his grandfather, was a crowned prince and recognized as a prince. He explains that the museum is just a preservation of history so that the people can know where they come from. With me as well, I have Venolia, who, as a youth, who's going to explain why it is important. Venolia.
Hallo, goeiemôre almal. Dit is belangrik. En dan stuur dit is belangrik vir die jeug en vir skoolkinders. Dan stuur die onderwysers die kinders om te kom meer leer oor die geskiedenis van die Griquas, die Mary Moffats en die Livingstons. Ja.
Well, Venolia explains that it is beneficial and educational for the youth and the kids. It is also a source of assistance in subjects such as history at school.
Oh, Giovanni, thank you for that report. I can see you're standing with royalty there. You will thank them for us and enlightening us about this, the Griqua people and their heritage. We go to the Northern Cape now. Well, we're still in the Northern Cape, and while the past may have been glorious, today Griquastad battles with unemployment and spiraling crime. Here's a status check.
The Rimfasma community of Griquastad in the Northern Cape is situated about 168 kilometers from Kimberley and is one of the historic towns of the province. Most people that live here are unemployed and therefore poverty is a constant companion. Residents are looking forward to the local government elections for a change in the living conditions.
We are struggling with the toilet. We can't even use it. The toilets are here, but they are not working. I don't think there is real life in this town if it keeps going on like this. There are some people who can get work in this town. The others are held back. It is only blood relatives that get to work in this place.
Everywhere there's crime, but here in the shacks is some upcoming gangsters. So we had to fight them in order to so that we can send our children to shop freely and our wives.
Together with the financial problems, the community is also dealing with social issues.
There are young people with dangerous weapons who engage in criminal activities, but we have now started fighting crime together with the police.
The local municipality says they are aware of the challenges faced by the community.
Crime is really a big issue at the moment, but we are trying our utmost best to support the police forum and even the police. But we are having even a lot of complaints. There's not enough fleet for the police, not enough manpower and all those things.
With the Remfasmak community concerned about service delivery, unemployment and poverty create crime, which is an issue in the area. Come the local elections on the 3rd of August 2016, the community expects changes. This is Giovanni Machani reporting for SA Decides, Griquastad, Northern Cape.